Let's pretend for a moment that you are traveling in a foreign country. Many of you have had this experience of going overseas and going to a country where English is not the normal language that is spoken. And you know, as well as I do, that you can't just go to every person that you meet, you can't go into every store and start using English because they will look at you kind of funny. Except in Montreal, where they will not look at you funny, they will look at you with hostility. Because English is not only spoken there, it is not appreciated, okay, because of the historical reasons. So if you don't know French when you go to French Canada, you got to learn sign language. But, you might say to yourself, well, why would I go to a foreign country and expect them to speak English? Perhaps because so many of them do know English. But you say, well, I have to adapt. I have to look at things differently. I have to realize that I am an American and they are not, and I don't speak their language. So I either have to learn their language or be completely misunderstood. And St. Paul tells us in the letter to the Colossians that we have to think and speak and act not as Americans or as citizens of any particular country, but we have to act and speak as Christians. We have to be thinking not in a foreign language, but maybe for some it is a foreign language. We have to be thinking and having the attitude of Christ. And he says it this way: think of what is above, not of what is on earth, because our citizenship is in heaven. That is our home. That's where we are destined to go to. So when you're traveling home after a long period of time abroad, you're thinking of home, and you're thinking of what you're going to do and what you say and so on and so forth, who you're going to call when you get home, because that is your destination. We should be doing the same as Christians. We should be thinking about the heavenly kingdom where we have our citizenship. And then Paul clinches it by saying, you have died, and your life is hidden with God. What do you mean we have died? We died with Christ in baptism. We're not the same anymore. There has to be a difference, a different quality of our lives, a different way of acting, different way of speaking. People have to understand that we are baptized in Christ. We have died to the old ways. And so we are constantly putting to death the parts of us that are earthly. We look at our lives, we hopefully examine our conscience each day, and we say, what part of me today wasn't acting as Jesus wanted me to? Was it this interaction with this particular person? Was it the way I behaved with my family? Was it the way I thanked God or didn't thank God for the food that was put before me? And so on and so forth. We are constantly struggling to put to death the old person that we were, so that the new person that we are in Christ can come alive fully and let everyone that we meet know that we are Jesus' disciples. May God love you.